Hello Aries, welcome to your weekly reading and welcome to Winged Spiritual Clarity. If this is your first time, welcome back to my subscribers, my soul family. So glad that all of you are here to co-create this reading. I hope the channeled messages of divine guidance help you find the clarity that you're looking for. All right, this is a general reading. I'm tuning into a group energy. If you would like a personal reading where I tune into your specific energies, your specific questions, there's a link in the description box below. Takes you right to my book online page. So, all right, Aries. In the past, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. I can't leave this. I can't leave. Feels like really betting on that last cup that's upside down. It feels like you were very attached to someone or something, very emotionally connected, very unable to leave, even though it's emotionally dissatisfying. It feels like it progressed this way over time, and so you got used to lower and lower levels of soul satisfaction. I could tolerate this. Gets a little less. I can tolerate this now. It's a lot of depriving yourself from emotional satisfaction. Feels like very. Ooh, wow. You felt trapped. Maybe by your own perception. Very sad. Very depressing. It feels like your energy got so low that it was just depressed. I can't imagine my way out of this. I've been in this for so long, this energy of unable to move to what I want and staying in what I don't want, that I've created a comfortability with lack. Feel like you, even on some level, realize that you're keeping yourself hostage by staying where you are. I think you knew you couldn't be happy in this situation. It's not working. It only works if one person is putting in the effort into the connection. It looks like you were in a connection with someone who's refused to grow up. Maybe someone who wanted a mommy. Maybe you needed a daddy. But it does feel like someone who doesn't want a real equal connection. They want nurturing, and they want you to tell them that everything that they did is just precious. There's no problem with how you're behaving. They're wanting, it is a mommy picture. This, whoever you were connected with, it's like their mom didn't give them the attention, neglected them, whatever issues they perceive. This time around, I'm going to make my mommy do what I want. They're going to tell me how amazing I am, and I'm never going to hear that I did something wrong, that I'm bad. This is someone trying to heal mother wounds in the relationship. Now, it's two sides to that. So looking at your side, it looks like you are very nurturing. You are very giving. It looks like you felt a soul connection with this person, like an amazing, deep recognition that overshadowed the red flags and the karma that this person had. So in a way, you settled. And I think you know that. It's like but it feels like you got caught up deeper and deeper, as I was saying, and like, oh God, I'm just so caught up in this connection. I'm feel stuck. I now have created a stuckness with this energy. Wow. Whew. All right, moving on to present energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and that Eight of Pentacles showed up as a challenge in your past. It's not working. It's not working. Someone who's not matching your level of input. So this could be around work. It could be around relationships. It started in relationship, but I feel like you're no longer willing to do all the work. I think it's like I'm putting some energy in, and then I'm pausing and seeing if I get that reciprocated. Then I'll reciprocate this energy, see if I get anything in response. It feels like you're slowing things down, not willing to overlook red flags, trusting your intuition, but also making some head over heart decisions. And it looks like this is creating a lot of success. I think you're asking for connections, safe, healthy. Not safe is kind of a little. You're looking for connections you can grow with. Someone who's on the same level, people who share the same values, who want to build with you, who see your value and you see theirs. And it looks like what's going on is you're clearing away over the last maybe even years, clearing away, getting very clear, because you've asked for that and keep asking for people who are your people, your group, where you belong, that soul connection. You're really needing first to see what doesn't work and clear that. You need to be a part of your own success. They don't just show up. You realize why you settle, maybe you settle when you're really lonely or feeling emotionally low, and then rushing of intimacy until it's too late, and now you're in it kind of feeling. It looks like you're realizing in a very clear way what relationships, what connections don't work, and that's creating a lot of success. It does look like there are people who want to work with you, who see your value. And it looks like you're starting to vet people in a different way. It's not like no boundaries, come in. I feel that instant kismet and connection, and it's like, let's vet people. I've taken a lot of care to heal and I love me. I love my life. I love my body. I love how I learn. I love how I grow. I love my friends. I love what I do during the day. I love my job. I've created a life that I love. And so, yeah, I'm going to be careful about who I allow close to me, as not being defensive, but being careful because I care about myself. That's really beautiful. It looks like you're figuring out what connections I no longer want to invest in and which connections I do. This is allowing you to really firsthand where your beliefs have kind of created places where you don't feel loved and cared for. And now you're creating an environment. Now you have a lot of clarity and you know what it is that you want. Ooh, interesting. Messages from your higher self, Ten of Swords, Betrayal. This does feel like people really close to you. All right, so it's about betrayal. Messages from your higher self. What do we need to know? What messages do we need to know about betrayal? Interesting. Wow. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. Oh. All right. These are messages from your higher self, from a higher perspective. It looks like the betrayal that you've experienced in the past, you're starting to see or have seen how it really begins with betraying yourself, betraying your own boundaries, betraying what you really want. So lying, saying, yeah, this is okay, when it's not okay. It's okay giving your power away, giving your power away to someone else to overpower your decisions. A lot of this is unconscious, but you're seeing now how you chose, how you kept choosing to betray yourself, to give your point of view away, your perspective. Some of you, some of us have betrayed your body, said yes when you meant no. Some of you, it looks like chronically saying yes when you meant no around your body, being guilted in. What's wrong with you? Why do you not? Well, maybe it's that. You're not really creating a safe space for me. And so it feels like being blamed for not wanting to have intimacy, sexual, physical intimacy. Ooh. Now that you're seeing this betrayal, how making those type of decisions, little cuts, 1,000 little cuts of betraying yourself allows people in. It creates a scenario where they don't respect you because you don't respect yourself. Ooh. However, it looks like you're creating a foundation of security and stability for yourself because you are seeing your value and your worth and speaking your mind. It's an ultimate act of self-love to acknowledge this betrayal, to take accountability and then change so you have a different outcome, to change your beliefs. Okay, and then it does look like you guys have someone who's really seeing you, feeling like they're kind of in the shadows, maybe watching your glow up, seeing how you embody self-love with healthy boundaries, with I'm willing to see this about myself as an act of self-love. I'm willing to see how I've betrayed myself and not repeat those same mistakes. Willing to take back my power and not being a victim and blaming everyone else. Seeing where I'm accountable. I'm not taking on their stuff. It's not all my fault, but I am willing to accept my accountability. And that's ending a cycle. You're having a rebirth. And lies are not a part of this new journey. Not lying to yourself, not lying to others. And it looks like that's making a huge impact. You're paving the road to very loving connections, very loving friendships. Some of you are really asking for soul family, soul tribe, soul mates, and you might be a bit disappointed because people keep showing up that are not for you. But it's these people are coming up so you can see where in the past you might have chosen that person or settled for that person, and now you're like, no, absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with these people. They're just not a match for you. Nothing wrong with these people. Do you know what I mean by that? That's getting out of that victim mentality that there's something wrong with the people in your environment. And instead, it's an accountability, taking account that, okay, this is something I need to see. This person is showing me a subconscious or unconscious aspect of myself that I've been unwilling to see. This is an amazing lesson if I allow it to be and don't make myself out to be a victim to who's showing up. All right, your challenge is to see something in a different way. Ace of Swords. To learn. To really take your time and appreciate what your guides are showing you. What you're not wanting is showing up so you can clear some beliefs, some karma, let go of what you don't want. Don't rail against what you don't want, because you go right into that energy. You're a match for what you fight against. Resistance is glue. Oh my gosh, my teacher used to say that pretty much every day, every class. I went to Boulder Psychic Institute in Boulder, Colorado. This is years ago. Even worked there for a short bit. Amazing teachers. The owner, Miwa Mac, just brilliant, very psychic, and such an amazing teacher. I don't know why. I'm not affiliated with BPI any longer, but maybe some of you are out there wanting to take psychic classes. They do online classes. They do in person. I think it's phone. I don't know anymore, but really amazing. A lot of psychic hygiene, a lot of psychic morale, like making sure you're not an out of control healer. Anyway, Miwa almost always said that resistance is like glue. Whatever you're resisting just sticks to you. Some of you might be resisting a new way of perceiving things. That's your challenge. Resisting that there's another way of viewing what's happening. Another way, this is the way. It'll feel strange and awkward because it's new to you. You're learning about it. So it's awkward. You have to slow down. It doesn't feel familiar. That's good. Because what you're familiar with, did not work in how you wanted it to. All right. What's hidden is the King of Swords in reverse. This is someone who's very controlling, mentally manipulative. You didn't see that. This person definitely very smart, but they're using their intelligence and how they communicate to punish others, to project their unhealed parts onto others. This person's very much in their ego. So this is hidden from you, this energy. Maybe this is an aspect of yourself that someone is showing up, but you're seeing where you were more controlling, where you were more manipulative, where you manipulated the narrative, where in connections it was more about having them be in agreement with you, and they have to see things the way you see things. We can't disagree. We have to see things, we have to be in agreement. Ooh, yeah, so this is groupthink. So this might be happening in the collective and large as well. Like in religions, we all agree that we're seeing this the same way. There's no room for people to see things outside of this. It keeps us safe. It keeps us in agreement. We need to be in agreement. I can't have anyone disagreeing with me. Wow. So this feels like it's being exposed, that this doesn't provide stability. This doesn't provide security, that this keeps people from expansion, from seeing things from a different perspective, because it's like, all right, we all agree on this, that this is the truth, but there's no room to question this. There's no room. It's unchanging. This is the way. This is how we all can stay united, is that we all agree on these things being true, unchanging, unwavering, which is very interesting basis for connection, because it really does not allow for individuality, for just someone seeing something a different way. It starts feeling very guarded, and that if people don't see it this way, it wrecks their life. Like, you're not allowed. No, it wrecks my security that you're seeing things differently. It disallows any expansion. That's one of the universal laws, that everything changes. So I'm trying to keep this unchanging, these beliefs, in a world that is meant for change. So it's those type of connections. It looks like they're coming up for review. People being like, I don't feel like I can be myself in community. It's very conditional. My acceptance in this community is conditional upon me being in complete agreement with the energies. At first, it gives a lot of security, stability, you're in numbers, but it ends up, you give your power away. There's no freedom, there's no growth. There's a lot of people manipulating others in this energy. Bullying. This is masculine and feminine energies involved in this. It feels big. This is ending. I think that's what's hidden, is that a lot of these groups, it could be any group. I'm definitely seeing religions do this, families do this, society does this. Any group has the tendency to kind of, try to control. It's more controlling groups, lack of growth. You have to see rigid. I'm seeing that mostly this team seems to be more extremist type of viewpoints, or controlling environments, that this is coming to an end. Wow, I did not see that coming. So yes, unseen. Your opportunity right now is the Five of Cups. I love this. There's an opportunity in grieving and having your emotions to be right where you are. It's okay to be sad and mourn and feel the heartbreak of disappointment. I feel like when you sit there and you're like, what is this? It's so heavy. It's get curious about how you're feeling and be like, yeah, this is grief. This is sadness. This is disappointment. This is healing, like betrayal, woundedness. This is a lot of woundedness, and it's okay. I'm not going to ignore this. I'm going to feel how I'm feeling about this. These changes, seeing this about myself, seeing this about people around me, and just because something is no longer for you, someone, a group, a situation, a job, does not mean you have to make them out to be monsters to leave it. You could have very mixed feelings about you can let someone go because they're not for you. It's not a match. We don't have the same values. We're not seeing things the same. And also mourn the loss of that connection. You can have both. Feels like compassion and looks like you're coming out of a lot of betrayal energy that's been a nightmare, where you've systematically been told and accepted that, this relationship is good for you. You like not trust someone, allowing someone to override your intuition and your beliefs. It looks like this is bringing in, you have an opportunity as you release these energies, work through this betrayal to get out of a nightmare situation, because it does look like as you're clearing space, the universe is bringing in more opportunities to connect with people who are on your level, and this is karmic. This is good karma. This is from letting go of some old karmic cycles and allowing benefits to come in, because you've released a lot of devil energy, a lot of addictions, codependency. It looks like you're feeling very impatient at this, going through all this. What about that impatience? What do we need to know about impatience? Okay, if you know what's coming on the other end, if you start like, what am I learning from this? When you're in that really dense grieving space and in your emotions, and sit with it, and there's nothing wrong happening here. It's okay to be right where I'm at. It's okay to feel. I'm not trying to resist this energy. You might be trying to resist feeling the wounds, feeling these dense energies. And resistance is like glue. These energies will stay with you. So it's time to quiet the mind and go into those lower chakras and hold space for yourself. Feel those energies so you can transmute them. On the other side of this lesson, as you burn through it, start feeling out and getting excited. At some point, I get a ding from my spirit guides, start feeling out what's on the other side of this? And then you start tuning in and bringing in that energy. It looks like you're bringing in a lot of very vibrant energy, blues, golds, very healing energy, and clarity, seeing things very clearly, no longer having to be so confused about who's for you and who's not. It feels like you're setting up the foundation for how you allow people in your space, how this is good foundational work. Your possible outcome is the Knight of Swords. What is that song? I've got something to say. I'd rather burn out than fade away. Is that AC/DC? Who is that? Yeah, maybe someone can tell me. Thunder. And then I'm hearing that. That's AC/DC. I don't think that's correct. Anyway, this person's got something to say. I'd rather burn out than fade away. They're coming in hot. Okay. What's the message? What do we need to hear? What's up with this energy? What's the message? I feel like they're bringing a message. I feel like you really listen to this message. Feels like you're very observant. You're listening. You're taking it in. This adds something to that you can't react to, or you don't want. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, okay. This creates something you didn't see. A blind spot, kind of back in your feminine energy here, a blind spot. There's a, realization. It really comes in from your crown chakra down your back body. So it feels like maybe something very unseen, hidden from you, kind of right up against you where you really can't see. It's a blind spot. This person comes in. It's a blind spot around connections who are toxic. A group of people who gossip about you, who are working, wow, they're creating a scandal. They're doing a lot. They're doing way too much. They're trying to isolate you. They're trying to, I think you know something. You know some kind of truth. And so they're trying to isolate you and project. If they discredit this, that's it. They're trying to discredit you because you have some type of truth. And if they discredit you, if they say enough to create uncertainty about you in others' minds, then when you speak your truth, that they create a lens. Boy, this is definitely the energy and what's hidden. Someone who's a mental manipulator. They manipulate the situation. They fabricate. They narrate. They narrate and create pictures. Wow, they project a lot onto you and the situation. It's chaos. This person is just doing a lot. I think they're showing up as very imbalanced and overwhelmed and messy, and they're just doing a lot to you, and you're just minding your business here. You're not doing anything. When someone comes in to tell you about this, yeah, I think what this person says is people see that this person is creating an illusion of fantasy, wishful thinking, because their ego is, because they can't handle you can't handle the truth. They're just acting from their woundedness, getting very defensive, unhealed, resistance. This person is showing up if this person does show up, when this is what resistance feels like. Someone who's refusing to acknowledge and take accountability. This is someone, I'm going to die with a lie. I'm going to make this super loud. I refuse to change. Wow, there's a lot. Half the deck wanted to come out. This person's saying a lot. It's just, there's a desperation about this. It looks like you're just releasing your burdens around this. Yeah, someone's coming in. They're coming in hot. Maybe the person, I'd rather burn out than fade away. That's the karma. They're not going to fade away. They're burning out. It's helping you burn through this karma too. I think this person's reactions and responses is letting you know that you made the right decision, that they're not a safe person to have next to you or close to you, because look at what they're doing. Their care is very conditional. They're showing their hand and how conditional. I'm for you as long as you agree that this is how we are perceiving things. You're like, I don't perceive things like that. So I don't think, I think we're, going to part ways. And it feels like this person is like getting everybody who's still in agreement, trying to get everyone in agreement that they're just projecting just onto you. And it feels like you just let this go. Like, if I fight this, if I turn back, and then I go right back into this karma. I think I'm just going to let this go, and let the cookies crumble, let the cards fall where they are, just move on, not engage. Yes, it looks like the outcome is, because you don't re-engage and go back into this karma with this person, that new connections start coming in. Love connections, partnerships, relationships. You have lots of choices. Balance, unity. So as you clear out what's unbalanced, what you don't prefer in connections, and it's personal, what you want, what you don't want, there's not necessarily a right or wrong, but you're just deciding. It looks like you've been doing that for a long time. This isn't working. I want to take my power back. I want to hold my own counsel. I'm realizing what connections don't work, and I'm not staying in them forever. I'm setting healthy boundaries. And it looks like you're getting a response to that. And it looks like you're getting through all these hurdles. You're not accepting, I'm not going back into that. And it's okay if you don't understand. It's okay. I'm just not giving my energy into that karmic lesson and anyone in that. I'm focusing on what I really want. What I want are friendships. I'm curious, where are these friendships? Where can I meet them? It feels like once you start putting your energy there instead of all this, then like you're a match for those connections. So, wow, good job. Take care. Let me know if this resonates. Bye.